Hello, beloved people of God. I hope that you are staying present and aware that you're every moment enveloped by God's love. Yes, I am wearing the same sweater as I wore yesterday, but that's not because I never change my clothes. It's because I do several of these tapings at one time. Sometimes I do it this way, and so I may have the same sweater on tomorrow. In fact, I may have the same hairdo tomorrow and everything. It's because I'm doing it all in kind of one sitting. So we're still talking about the will of God. This is probably the last talk I'm going to give on this, but here's something that is, I think, rather important. I see a lot of people kind of get tripped up by this. In his book, Practicing the Presence, which I love, but Brother Lawrence says something that is, I think, at least strange. He says, I don't do anything unless God tells me to. I won't so much as pick up a stick, he says at one point, unless I feel I'm directed by God. And I've heard other people say things like this as well. They say stuff like, even though it seems reasonable, God, I just haven't gotten the green light from God. God hasn't said yes. And see, that assumes that God's default is to stay put. And why think that? Why assume that? It seems to me that life is a river, not a pond. It's always moving. The natural flow is to go forward. Life is like a bicycle. You've got to always be moving or you die. If you stop moving, that means you're dead. It seems to me that the default is if something seems reasonable to do, the burden of proof shouldn't be on God to say, yes, do it. The burden of proof should be on God to tell you not to do it. So here's the deal I have with God. Windows of opportunity close. They don't stay open forever. You got to make decisions in a certain period of time. And so what I do, and I encourage you to consider adopting the same mindset, is this. I will seek out the will of God, at least if it's on important matters. I seek out God's will, maybe do the exercise that I encouraged you to do yesterday about envisioning the different possibilities. I'll sincerely seek out God's will, having purified my motives. Delight yourself in the Lord. He'll give you the desires of your heart. But if I don't hear from God, I'm going to do what seems reasonable to do, or reasonable and what seems good and right and godly and just or whatever. I'll do what I would ordinarily do unless God tells me to do otherwise. The burden of proof is on Him to say no, because life's a river; it's always flowing. And I always encourage you to ask other people to do the same with you as you're seeking out God's will, because everything in the kingdom is to be done in community. But at the end of the day, if you haven't heard God say no, and it seems right and reasonable to do, then I encourage you to pick up the stick. Even Brother Lawrence got things wrong once in a while. God bless you guys. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.